Hello and welcome to part 8 of the DynaView PressurePro tutorial. In this tutorial we will see the workflow for wellbore stability and geomechanics modeling. In the previous tutorial we saw how to use crossplots to assist in defining zones for analysis. For this exercise we will just use the formations to define zones. Open the last project to the wellbore stability view. Double-click on the Zones track and select the Create from Formations option. Click and drag to highlight the formations and click OK. Now let's start a wellbore stability workflow. Click on the Wellbore Stability button and add a new model. The model can be named if desired. As with all DynaView workflows, we start at the top of the tree and work our way down, assigning as desired. The top options allow setting of depth interval for the model and depth step. Next, we assign the curves to use for the vertical stress, pore pressure, and minimum horizontal stress. For the maximum horizontal stress, we can click in the Source Type Method column and select Calculation Method. Note that within this element, we now have the defined groups, and we can select within those groups to use a different method. To create the full workflow, we carry on down through every option, selecting each parameter setting according to the desired model to be built. We can select options by zone or even by rock type and assign a variety of models according to either of these groupings, as well as a generic model for the entire well if desired. Any property within the workflow can have a different method assigned according to availability by parameter type. For example, the shear velocity can be assigned to a curve data preset or calculated through interpolation, whereas clicking on the compressive strength method calculation option will list a large number of compressive strength models. Each one will be specific to the parameter involved. All parameters also have a cal factor column which applies a bulk shift to the selected data type to allow for calibration against well data such as caliper logs. There is also a column to set any desired curve smoothing options. While selecting all the parameters and curves for the model, the data will populate accordingly in the log on the view. Once all data and methods for the model have been assigned, simply click on the Create Curve column for the desired output options at the bottom of the tree, and the resultant curves will be shown in the view. Note that if not using the zone, but they have been created, we can click on the Zones button on the left panel to hide any that are unused to simplify the tree. When the workflow is created, it can be saved for use in other wells. To use in another well, simply change master well, start a new model, and then load in the workflow using the Load button in the dialog box. To QC a model that doesn't appear to be working, the Single Depth Analysis button can be used. Any tree elements can be expanded, and should a required model element be missing in the settings, a red highlight will appear. Once the full model has been created, go back to the Wellbore Stability view to view the data, and now click on the StereoNet button. This window allows the generation of a StereoNet at a desired depth. The StereoNets can be used to display tangential, radial and parallel stresses, as well as fracture initiation pressure and breakout. Moving the mouse over the plot will display the readings in the middle panel of the view. Note that any of the parameters on the left panel can be changed to see the resulting effect if desired. Click again on the entered number to reset back to the model inputs. The display can be customized with options on the left panel for changing color palette, radial step, and stress units or scales. This completes our PressurePro training. Should you have any questions, please contact our tech support team on techsupport@dynaview.info. Thank you for watching.